Hello and welcome to the Cemetery of the Fallen. My name is Grady. I will be your groundskeeper for the day as Theo is busy driving off some drunk drow. The Cemetery of the Fallen is the premium set of pre-painted miniatures that accompanies the release of the Pathfinder Battles Ruins of Lastwall booster set. Let's open it up and take a closer look. The spinning turntable views of each piece in the set will be at the end of the video. You can jump to them using the timestamps in the description below. We'll be taking a more hands-on approach for most of this video. There are 9 unique sculpts in this set, 4 long fences, each 4 inches long, 2 shorter 2-inch fence pieces, a gate, there's a mausoleum and 1 coffin meant to be placed inside it. There's 2 other coffin designs, 2 of each, and 2 tombstone designs, 4 of each. The back of the box has a nice overgrown wall image that could be used as a backdrop for something or with a grid overlay even as a small battle map. You can see that while the box is quite large, most of the depth is for the mausoleum. What you see from the front is what you get. The longer fences are stacked too deep, but there isn't anything else hiding in the back. Other than the mausoleum, the pieces are wedged in quite tightly in the plastic. Pulling them out is a little nerve-wracking. As for the mausoleum, the roof is removable. The interior has a 3x3 grid of 1-inch squares. The coffins take up a 2x1 grid. Also, here's the crypt wall set dressing piece from the Ruins of Lastwall booster boxes in the mausoleum. And finally, a coffin from the Waterdeep Dragon Heist City of the Dead Statues and Monuments premium set from the Icons of the Realms line. Coming back to the mausoleum, its gate opens. The plain coffin is described as a mausoleum coffin on the packaging, which would imply it is the one that goes inside the mausoleum. As with all set dressing pieces, there is a clearly marked base which is flat and unpainted and has the copyright on it. All the coffins have removable lids, though the interior is basically untextured and unpainted as well. It's just a solid smooth gray. As you can see, how easy it is to take apart the removable pieces on these minis can be quite variable. I had trouble with the mausoleum coffin, but the other 2 coffins, the lid pretty much almost falls off. Same with the mausoleum itself, but I think everyone's experience is a little different. I'm sure it's just variability in the manufacturing, though the first few days after a set releases, it's always interesting to see how daring people get in trying to break apart some of the figures. Finally, the other notable piece in this set is the entrance gate, which, like the door of the mausoleum, can open and close. The doors will swing open in either direction, so there isn't functionally a front or a back to this piece. So here's the set put together on a tabletop with a few minis for scale. Apologies for no battle grid, I couldn't find the paper amongst our boxes, but most items are 1-inch square and coffins are 2x1. The obvious thing to note is that there are not enough fence pieces to actually enclose the cemetery. I don't think this is a huge issue, though it's a slightly strange design decision. Another item of note is that many of the pieces are sitting on dirt-colored bases. The base isn't too noticeable, and without them the pieces would fall over. However, it does differentiate them somewhat from other graveyard set dressing, and depending on how picky you are about matching to any tile set underneath, you may want to pick something a bit sparser than lush green grass. Now here's the set with the Icons of the Realms Dragon Heist premium set pieces mixed in as well. You can see that some, like the Deva statues placed by the mausoleum entrance, match Lastwall pretty closely. However, others are a much lighter shade of gray, and the coffins are also much plainer looking. Overall, the set's mixed together fine, though some of the Dragon Heist pieces stand out. It's worth noting that Paizo didn't know about the Dragon Heist set when they asked WizKids to make Cemetery of the Fallen, but the 2 sets fill different niches, with Dragon Heist focused more on decorations, and Lastwall providing the bones for an actual cemetery scene. If you want an even bigger cemetery, the second Terrain Crate Kickstarter included 3 sets that could fit with these pieces as well. Bleakwood Mausoleum, which includes grave markers, coffins, statues, and fencing. Mornville Church, which is mainly statues and grave markers. And Grim Garden, which adds dead trees, benches, rocks, and other plant life. And of course, there are plenty of other companies and 3D printing options as well, though those in Terrain Crate will typically come unpainted. For those who are curious, the Dragon Heist coffins are slightly larger than the Ruins of Lastwall ones, but corpses from the Crypt Wall set dressing piece from Ruins of Lastwall will fit in both. Likewise, the slightly larger desiccated corpses from the Hallister's Lab premium set accompanying the Icons of the Realms Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage set also fit inside. Regular minis will not fit inside the coffins from either Dragon Heist or Lastwall. And that's Cemetery of the Fallen. Turntables are still coming up. Only thing of note there is that one of the tombstones is a little damaged. There's a bit of paint chipped off one of them. You'll see it when you get to it. I don't think it was my fault getting it out of the plastic packaging. Had to use quite a bit of force, but there was no debris left over, so I don't think anything was damaged at that point. All the other minis in the set, there's little flaps where you can pull on it or bend the plastic packaging a bit to get the minis out without risking much damage to them. But the tombstones are really just wedged in quite tightly and you just have to pop them out. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can also follow us on social media using the links in the video description below. Otherwise, I hope you're doing well and we'll see you next time on the Gallant Goblin.